I forgot to eat tonight.
That's not a good thing, man. You gotta eat.
Hmm.
I have cereal in front of me right now because, yeah, I didn't have time to cook last night.
Oh, right. I was wondering why I was hearing an echo, and then I realized I fucking forgot to mute the damn stream.
Yeah, and I just unmuted everybody. I'm making sure that I'm not muted this time.
All right. I need to turn that on.
Oh, hey, you got a poster of our thing on there. That's neat.
Yeah.
That is not the right thing. What am I looking for? Twitch.
I feel like they should have came up with a better name than Twitch, but this is just me, I suppose.
Hmm. I think it's fitting. Makes me twitch.
Ha!
I originally thought they called it Twitch because the first time I ever heard of it, it was for people playing Pokemon, but Twitch was controlling it. So I was just like, oh, they're calling it Twitch because anybody who the game that's being played is twitchy. Because the commands be like, go up, no, down, left, right, A, B. It was like chaos. Still better than Mixer. Sounds like you're trying to get laid.
Or face space. Or Spacebook.
No, I kind of like Spacebook. But maybe that's just because I'm a sci-fi nerd.
Yeah.
Are we missing anyone? I don't.
No, everyone's here.
Yep. Wood.
So today's basically going to be
I
mostly...
need to remember.
Okay.
Yeah. We got 2 hours. Right.
Yeah, today is going to be mostly theater to the mind. There shouldn't be any need of maps or, any combat, depending on who does what.
I feel like that was a shot at me.
Little bit.
I am guilty of that as well. I tend to forget about combat in my games, and which is really bad because most people play for the combat.
I don't know, I'm pretty roleplay heavy.
All right.
So, in the off chance that this takes longer than we expected, I recommend Planes, if there's anything that we go through, assuming that we're going to do this individually rather than as a group, in most cases.
Starting
that
with
you,
Planes.
Yeah.
I will have to leave.
Yeah.
I just need to double check something.
According to my thing here, you have 5 viewers. Hey, that's pretty good. There must be 2 or 3 of them. I'm going to go turn you on the other computer, too. Hold on.
I know you sent me something, and I can't remember where it is now. There, no, that's not it. Was it just in the general? Planes, I know you sent me what you wanted your character to do, and I cannot remember where you sent it.
I might actually have gotten about. I think I told you last time, but so the first thing Alex would do is he would. So there's essentially 3 things on his list. The first one would be to try and find any leads on the one hag that got away. If there's, it's going to sort of stake out the environment of the house and look if he can find any clues, traces, and the like. And yeah, that they might pursue in the future. Then, if you want me to continue, step 2 would then be to file a report to the Inquisition. He's probably going to go back to the city and talk to his contact there from the Inquisition and sort of give a full report on everything that has happened. And yeah, he would do that actually as like a written down report. Just compile it all in a big book and hand it over. And the third thing that Alex would plan to do is, well, he is a servant of Zabriel, I'm not sure what they were called again, but the deity of knowledge, and he hasn't really done a lot in that regard. So what he would like to do is he would like to once again travel. He would travel, sort of start in the city where he started and look at the library, what he can find, do some research, and compile the most interesting things he can find also, like in a collection. And then he would like to travel the lands, sort of hopping from town to town, collecting like local knowledge on plants and animals, and looking through the libraries of the towns if they have one. That would be sort of Alex's big plan for the time that we've got off.
All right. Well, let's start off with number one. You want to head back to where you found the coven and just investigate there.
Yes.
All right. Well, after you guys settle in, you guys hand in your report to.
We had to report to somebody?
Sorry. Yeah. You had to hand back, report back to the guy who hired you, and then obviously he sent you to the Earl, and you guys talked to him.
And we got paid. We got paid 5 platinum.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Todak got money?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 gold.
You weren't drunk last time we played.
No, but it's also been, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, still kind of fresh.
Maybe for you.
I guess when you go Todak, you kind of like things kind of like
Todak goes. Todak kind of derps and doesn't give a fuck about money. Unless he can eat it or kill it, he's not really paying attention.
Well, 50 gold really isn't a whole lot either, so...
It's coins. He doesn't do anything with coins.
Yeah, I mean you do most of your hunting.
Maintain-
Anyway,
I get
Maintain gear and
the
stuff.
idea.
anyway, so you guys did that, and you spend a day or two, just resting up, recuperating. You did kind of almost die, and then you head out to back to the farmhouse, and you can tell when you get there that the line of where plant life has died is still staying pretty strong. It's not growing out any further, but it's not receding. When you go to check out the area for any information on the hag, give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Delicious cinnamon toast crunch.
I clicked it. It looks like Roll20 is taking its time. I'm 11.
There it is.
All right, so you check the area over. However, there doesn't seem to be any sort of clues regarding the hags left. Like there was a little bit you can sense without having to really focus too hard. A little bit of Arcana energy still lingering in the area, but the direction of it and what's left is too faded for you to tell any sort of concrete information about where she went. You do remember that she did take a dimension door away from the area when you guys were fighting, but after that, there's no physical tracks anywhere for you to be able to find her.
Todak did mention that he did still have his mark on her after that point. I can probably remember. I could have passed on the area and location last time I could sense my mark.
Yeah. But by now, if you do still have your mark on her, she's so far away that it would take weeks to travel to her.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems like they did not leave any sort of trace to themselves at the farmhouse. The only one that would have left any sort of trace was Haggith, but even then he was still meticulous about leaving things behind, and anything of his was not left at the farmhouse. Little noise marine. Hello, my lord. How you doing today, little noise marine? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit control for that, but there is somebody who said hello. Treshino, welcome to the stream.
Hello, person.
All right, so are you going to spend a few days there just, making sure you check over everything thoroughly, or are you going to head back to compile your report?
Are we good? I mean, I thought we already made it back to the city, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, this is just Alexandrites, and
Oh,
Alexandrite is gone temporarily. Still
Switch gears.
in Discord.
I think I'm sucking up all his bandwidth.
I was gonna say, we need to get together and send him up a new router, just one that he could use for himself.
Yeah, I don't know that it would work though. Formatting is probably different and stuff.
I mean, yeah, and he'd have to get an adapter unless we bought it from a German website or European website or wherever the hell he is. I don't know. Alexandrite, can you hear us?
Goes. Nope, he just dropped.
Oh, right now we're just doing a sort of epilogue.
That's got to be frustrating.
He went to AFK.
Does that mean what the hell does that mean?
When you think they are following the path the GM sets, but then all of them go 180. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you DM. You think they're gonna go one way, you have something important going on, and they're just like, "Who's that NPC?" You mean the one that I didn't name or have anything planned for, whose name doesn't matter, and he's just kind of there? Yeah, Bob. I want to go talk to Bob.
Happens a lot, really.
It really does.
Half the joy of playing D&D.
Yeah. All right. Planes, can you talk? I'm gonna say sort of.
Rough day for the internet, huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are watching porn today. Bob becomes the new
Or
important
other things.
NPC.
I hope it's better this evening and it doesn't ruin the epic.
Yeah.
All right. So, you gonna spend a few days there at the house by yourself, just making sure, checking everything over, or with the information that you've gleaned with a few hours there, you're gonna head back.
Mhm.
I feel
we
like
have
that's a yes to both, and I'm
meetings,
not
right?
sure.
Sounded like that to me.
So you're gonna head back after the few hours of being there?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I would head back.
Players somehow managed to make Bob the BB.
Now, just out of curiosity, Planes, is this like peak internet use time in your area?
What the fuck is that noise?
That's Blades!
It's
I don't.
I'm sorry for laughing, but that was goddamn hilarious. It just came out of nowhere.
what just happened?
He didn't even hear us.
Whatever you said did not come out like an English language. It didn't sound anything like. Sounded more like a disjointed humming than anything else.
I mean, it almost sounded like somebody was yelling in the distance and quickly coming up on us, but yeah, you're having some
That's really rough. See if
technical difficulties. Oh, that made me sad now. That sucks.
It's Saturday, 3 p.m.
Saturday 3 p.m. Yeah, that's a busy time, I think. That actually came out real clear. Now, if we could just get everybody else to
It's
stop talking on your line,
not his fault.
we should be good.
All right. Now that we have a moment of clarity, you head back and you make your way towards the. You're making your way directly towards the Inquisitors area, or are you going to be heading to where you're staying for now and writing up your report there? Yeah, typing out some stuff might help with the internet, because I don't know if you're going to have a chance to talk, which is really unfortunate.
Ag monster got him again.
Yeah, I think he said he has like 6 people using the same router and Wi-Fi. Well, that is truly unfortunate.
At least now I hear something.
Hey!
That came out clear.
Alright, so might be good to type out some stuff if you can hear me, but are you heading to the Inquisitorial House to write up your report, or heading to where you're staying to write up the report? And I'm guessing he didn't hear that at all. Or he's typing.
I heard it.
Okay, I wasn't sure. And you're staying with Auntie Karen, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So whatever the heck Auntie Karen thinks would be nice tea if she doesn't have anything extra. You do get your report written up. It takes you a little bit to make sure you get everything in detail and not really missing anything. But once you have the pages done up, you make your way towards the Inquisitor's house, the Inquisitorial house, and are greeted by a familiar face. It is the one that you talked to before when you guys had before you had left on your little adventure. Whether or not I named him, I can't remember because names are my worst thing ever.
Oh, you too, huh?
Oh my god, it's when we were playing with Heather, every time she asked me what someone's name was, I was cursing her. Because
Pretty
she
bad
did
with
it
names,
to
too.
she did it just to bug me too, and we all know it.
No, I don't. No, I don't know that that's really the case. I think what it is just certain people, their mind works a particular way.
No. She even told me at
Some
one point she
people,
was doing it just to bug me.
To be fair, I knew you in person, and I thought your name was Patchy Beard for the first 6 weeks I knew you.
Yeah, I did have a pretty patchy ass beard.
Oh, my back.
okay, so he writes the report at home with some nice tea.
Yes. Now, because it's just the art of the mind, I'm not going to include the entire map, but I will include the roles in the chat.
So, I mean, strictly speaking, you got 8 weeks. That will take maybe a few hours of a particular day.
I mean, he is going to be dry and like he's going to essentially write really everything down. That is going to take at least a couple of days.
Yeah, with all that there, like, it will take a few days. He'll have some nice tea. Auntie Karen will be cooking with him, or cooking for him. And assuming a few times that with what Dusk planned, you guys might meet up too. When you get to the I keep saying the Inquisitor's house, and it's in the Inquisitorial office.
Inquisition.
Yes. You're greeted by the familiar face, and he looks at you and says, "Ah, Alexandrite, you're back."
Yes,
I
sir.
don't have any fucking thing to drink with me. Jesus. Get me to hydrate now, you some bitch.
Sounds like a problem.
Yeah.
Sounds like a him problem.
Yeah, I'm not getting up right now. Also, you can't watch me hydrate anyway, so I'll just drink some milk. Sorry for the distraction. Go ahead.
Yes, so mission mostly completed. With me, I have the um, collected work of the experience for you to read up on. I think there's quite some valuable information in there, especially regarding the towns that we, well, let's say, freed from the Hex influence.
Ah, yes, that's quite good to hear. He does look you over. You notice that you do look a little different than the last time he saw you, but he just shrugs his shoulders like, if you want to head on in and talk to the Grand Master, that would be probably best. He's definitely going to be interested in this report.
It would be my pleasure.
Wait, what? What's this looking different stuff? I didn't hear anything about looking different. Would you grow an extra arm?
I have scales on my face, on my body now.
Oh, yes, I
The
did hear that.
Inquisitor
There.
is
Okay,
Draconic
ignore that.
sorcerer.
Yes.
Ignore that last 3 seconds.
So you're shown inside, and the Grandmaster is sitting in the office, looking up at you as you enter, and she does notice that you have some scales, and kind of stares at you for a moment.
It's gonna be a problem.
Who the hell was that? That didn't sound like Todak. Do you wish to explain yourself, Alexandrite?
Uh,
No.
of course, Grandmaster. This is of course also included in the report as basically everything that has happened.
Super Meat Boy.
I believe it is some sort of a gift from resulting from my great faith in Sabriel.
She pauses for a moment and sighs before holding her hand out. I believe you have a report for me.
I do. Here it is. To put it short, the certain members of the local hamlets have made pacts with the hags. We were able to kill all but one of the hags, and it seems that the more
It is very
faithful
weird.
members of the towns weeded out the traitors in their own ranks, saving us a lot of work.
It's quite odd that there was anybody left for the hags to not take. I'm assuming they probably took the children, yes? I'll probably read about that in the reports anyways.
Yes, in one case they focused on the children, uh, and unfortunately, most of them were sacrificed in some profane ritual that we were able to halt uh, just in time to save the last sacrifice.
For a second I thought Susano was in here. That's unfortunate. That would have been awesome, but Sanamano,
I
welcome
believe
to the
they
stream.
were attempting to summon some sort of entity into our plane. So I'm not an expert on that sort of stuff, of course.
I see. She starts to flip through the report and pauses near the end. So you're saying that after a day of rest, everything just got cleaned up by itself, including the body of the one who's doing this and all of the dead bodies? They're just gone?
Alex nods.
Are you
Maybe some sort.
Are you sure you stopped the ritual?
Yes. To my knowledge, or my knowledge of rituals is limited.
No, it's fine.
I believe your grace would probably be more knowledgeable on this than myself.
Well, I'll read everything over properly at some point, and I will get back to you on this. But this doesn't seem like good news at all.
Certainly, such a strong presence of hags is a grim warning for us all. We must be ever vigilant if we want to keep this evil at bay.
Oh god, Todak is breeding.
Sorry, what?
Yes, you're quite right. You're dismissed for now, and I'll send word for you once I have anything else I need to ask for.
Very well, Grandmaster.
So you leave the inquisitorial office, and you're gonna be heading home for a little bit of rest. You know, just some R&R before you start your research. Or you're just gonna head straight to a library.
I'm going to say that a meeting with the Grandmaster was probably quite stressful, so some rest would definitely be appreciated.
Yeah, she does have a very intimidating aura.
As is to be expected. But yes, so he's going to relax a little bit.
All right, so a few days pass until you. Oh God. Until you do head out to the library. Auntie Karen obviously doing what she can around around the house, and then you were given access with your credentials to the main library and a little bit of the restricted area that some people aren't normally privy to.
Very good.
So for the stuff that you want to find, give me. Just give me a couple of straight intelligence rolls.
A couple?
Oh yeah, a couple. Your research starts off really slow. You don't find some of the information that you're looking for originally to be very useful. And after a couple of days, you're almost getting ready to give up hope, but then you stumble across a just one book that catches your eye pretty well. And a lot of the information that you were looking for can actually be referenced from this one particular book and used to find others. And with that, the people at the library are actually able to help you collect the rest of the books. And after probably about 2 weeks, you're able to compile a collection of anything important that you were looking for in those books, from those books, and have a little notepad yourself.
Very good. That's pretty much what you wanted.
And from now, you said you're going to be going from town to town.
Yeah, he's going to look through sort of these smaller surrounding towns. I mean, these hamlets are probably not the only ones. And research, like, basically do the same process there as well. If they have a library there, and if they don't, then he would like talk to what is like considered the smartest people in town and just try to collect their knowledge and write it down to make sure that it's not lost once they die.
Okay. Are you avoiding the three that you went to originally? Or are you going to revisit them?
I'm going to avoid them.
Okay. With the last remaining weeks that you have, you go around to the other hamlets. You do collect some information about hunting, like animal patterns. You do encounter a couple of herbalists, and they teach you a little bit here and there about plants and certain properties that you wouldn't normally know about. I
Okay.
don't trust Todak with explosives. Now, is there anything else besides, the stuff with the animals and plants that you want to learn? Anything very specific out in these towns, in these hamlets, or was that just it?
On it, there's nothing actually specific he's looking for. I mean, he does have his own preferences. Like big fan of architecture, and I mean, probably through his interactions with Karen, he's gotten quite interested in teas. But no, he's actually just sort of doing his due diligence for his faith and collecting knowledge. Since now that's the thing they're about.
All right, now before I wrap this up with you, I'm going to ask one thing. God damn it, I keep doing that.
42.
70.
No, we're not looking for the answer to everything.
Okay, that's the answer to everything.
The question has been asked. I'm just now waiting for the answer.
The answer is yes.
Okay. As you do your travels, one night, while you are camping in between the hamlets, you are greeted before you go to bed by a light. A very bright light. You could almost swear it's daytime again, but it's not. It's way too late for that. Or you're on drugs. Hey, Vorpine's
Okay.
creeping in. Say hello to Vorpine, Rex.
What's up, bitch?
That is one hell of a greeting.
Well, the last time we played a game together, he was, instead of ghost hunting, carrying around a rabbit. It was hilarious, and I wish I could have streamed it, but yes. The light starts to get brighter for a moment, and then vanishes. And in front of you, there is a form.
Fill it out and send it in.
Like a ghostly appearance, or
Well, the campfire that you would have had going is now out, so you can just see like a shadow as your vision starts to adjust.
why you have the hags come back for revenge?
Oh no, dear child, it's definitely not one of the hags.
It's a hag.
Then who are you?
I am a messenger from the divine. While your change in appearance is one gift that we have bestowed upon you, There is another I would like to bestow upon you as well.
Alex would actually like to check with Divine Sense. So if that thing is a celestial fiend or undead, I would know which one it is.
In your ears, you hear a chorus. Divine, heavenly chorus.
So you truly are a servant of the divine. It is an honor to meet you.
And you yourself, you have done some great deeds. Striving towards stopping that abomination from reaching our plane is definitely one of them. It is just unfortunate how things went. And the form walks up to you for just a moment and gets close enough for you to touch. Your gift will be something that will help you in the future, and it will aid you in hunting down more abominations.
If that is so, then I will gladly take it.
Then please give me your hand, child.
Alex would reach out with his hand.
The being grabs your hand, and you feel your hand burn. It's not necessarily painful, but there's a shock to it, but even if you try to pull away, you can't. Your hand is locked in place from just the sheer strength of the being before you, as a radiant energy fills your body. A mild case of the sillies is always good, though.
Yeah, what power? What are you doing to me?
I have granted you the gift of the Seraphim.
Um,
And while I cannot stay and teach you how to use these gifts, at least not yet, you will when you return back to the city. Will have a companion that you can grow with and learn together. That is our other gift to you.
then I will do what is necessary to prove myself worthy.
You should return home soon, child. It's almost time for things to start again. And with that, a bright light appears again, and the being is now gone.
Okay. Alex is probably taken aback for a moment and on his bed, sweating.
Audio's kicked out.
Yeah. I got backs were sweaty, mom spaghetti. Also, goddamn, that is a lot of different cool emotes.
I have to pay bits to do that? Fuck.
To do what?
Don't you worry. Ask no questions of your lord and master and be told no lies.
I have no bits.
Ha! Is Plane still here with us?
I am waiting for anything from him.
In soul, but not in digital.
Just get a bunch of people getting a hype train going. You can actually get one of these emotes that I have.
That was a hype train.
I have.
A hype train is when people donate like so many bits, like basically a certain amount of events happen, and then this thing will appear on Twitch that's just like, hey, donate more shit, subscribe, give gift subs, and level up the hype train. And if you do that, you'll unlock a bunch of emotes, and people love it.
Neat. When I don't have to worry about buying groceries first, I'll worry about that.
Apparently, maxing a level for a hype train is like $800.
How about no?
Jesus.
Yeah, and I have seen so many people max out hype trains. Like,
Planes again.
yeah. Like, you say no, but that's usually like a lot of different people donating, giving gift subs and stuff like that.
It's also probably people with very big wallets that's just a little bit of
Or really
change to
poor
them.
designs in fucking finance management.
Yes to both of those, but I mean, usually when people do complete a hype train, they usually have like 1,000 or more viewers, so.
I've seen it. There's no way in hell that I could do that. I'm a cheap bastard.
I don't know, my birthday is this Wednesday.
Oh, really? Well, here, this one's for you then.
That one's kind of adorable.
Will you be like 19?
Funny.
He fucking wishes he were that young again.
Yeah. Less stress, less responsibilities.
So, looks like it worked now.
Hey, there we go.
Seems that
You are
Discord
back.
is more of the issue than my internet today, but alright. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, what I was just saying is that Alex is essentially collapsing on his bed, wondering what happened. He's going to check his hand and like the rest of his body to see if something has changed.
Haven't fully looked over the Seraphim changes yet, so not 100% sure what would happen physically, but your hand is fine.
Okay, well, I have it open. I have a transformation boon that I get angelic wings.
Yes, you do.
Yes. So you have wings.
Okay, I guess I have wings now.
Now, if you think
Yeah,
that it's going to be a lot easier to start doing stuff because, you have wings, you're wrong.
Uh, I think you can concentrate and turn the form off.
well, Alex is definitely going to take a moment uh, to learn how this works. But yeah, for now he's just realizing that he has wings now, and he would start, touching his wings. I assume they're long, white, feathery wings.
Purple.
White.
Oh, it says right here they're purple.
Where does it say that?
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
We did give you the scales as well as a blessing, so they might be dragonish wings. Who knows?
Yeah, they could be.
Draconic.
I mean, they there's no reason that they couldn't be.
Yeah, I mean that stuff
Especially-
there's basically just going to be flavor for the player, so I'm not going to enforce wing shape or color.
I'm going to say it probably.
Think on it. Workshop.
Probably like dragon in appearance, but with white fluffy feathers. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be something like that.
Oh, you thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a shock, and well, let's see how we're going to explain that to the Inquisition.
The Inquisition just got a Messiah. They'll be fucking ecstatic.
Oh yeah. All right, so you've completed your little travel around the area, and you are now granted a massive boon. Is there anything else you'd like to do before the end of yours, or are we good to start swapping over?
Yeah, the last thing that Alex would then, of course, do is go through his personal notes and what he has collected in order to fun, trying to figure out what just happened. A little bit of panicking and calming down is going to happen next couple of days, but yeah, that's mostly it.
Well, with what you do know from your notes, everything about you seems to be slightly more angelic.
Yep. Also, yeah. I mean, disadvantage on the there's so let's see how
Oh
that goes.
dear.
But yeah, that will be it for now. From Alex, I'm going to just copy the transformation stuff into my character sheet, and yeah, I guess I'm done with that then.
Oh, I did not notice your flaw. Ooh, that's...
You didn't?
I personally
I told
did
you
not...
what it was.
I mean, yeah, I didn't... I just couldn't remember. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Guns in this world?
Oh yeah, there's guns.
there are guns in this world, yeah.
So, by the way, I think I can decide on his wings. They have vaguely draconic shaped, but with feathers. But the feathers are they're red, and the feathers are special. They look like dragon scales. If you touch them, they are soft, like a regular feather. And they have soft material around like sort of a strong core. But from the distance, they look like dragon scales.
Okay, and I take it since you're not wearing armor anymore, right?
Yeah, I'm not wearing armor anyway.
Okay.
Because of my draconic ancestor, I get AC 13 plus dex from the get-go.
Aunt
Okay.
Auntie Karen can alter your clothing so your wings can properly come out. She's also very excited to see that you have new wings. Very odd, very strange, but also very interesting to her.
She's going to eat you. I'm kidding.
In a teriyaki sauce.
I know I read somewhere in here that you can turn that off with concentration, but it might be later on.
Yeah, it's the higher level thing you can turn on.
All right, then
Okay.
who would like to go next?
Not it.
seems to have an idea. So,
Todak is figuring things out, and whether or not he can rob a man.
okay, if you're still figuring it out, then I can go next.
All
Go for
right, Auntie Karen. I know you sent me something, but if you... God damn it, I keep doing that.
Yep. First thing she's going to do is try to go over equipment and see if she can get her bone saws a little fixed up a bit.
All right, I do remember that. If you want to... Uh, give me an investigation check to see if you can even find somebody around who can do it. This is a very specialized task. Auntie Karen looks around and cannot find anybody who seems to be able to do what it is you are looking to do.
Can I make some possibly persuasion checks to see if I can ask people around if they would know anyone that might be able to do what I'm looking for?
Absolutely, give me a persuasion rolls. Oh, there is one person. They point you in the direction of some, this one crazed blacksmith. He's got some good work, but people tend to avoid him because he's a little eccentric, and he's injured a few people.
That's worrying, but I guess I have no other choice. Thank you, dearie. As I basically shamble over towards that blacksmith.
As you approach, you hear shouting and yelling coming from this small building that has a fire raging in through the opening. Clearly, it is contained. The building is not on fire, but it is very, very hot as you approach that building.
I'm just going to. And Karen's not worried about fire. She's more worried about the yelling, so she's going to go see what's going on.
Yeah, I told you. We're supposed to get it hotter. Hotter. We can't get it any hotter. I swear. It's hot as it's gonna go. We can't put any more fuel in the damn thing. There's not enough room. I want hotter. Hotter.
Do you peek inside?
Yes, I do.
We'll deal with that as we come up, although you can do it if you want. You see one man standing in front of the forge, trying to add more fuel into it, and it kind of just falls back out. You just see the one person, and there's nobody else there.
I'll
He's
pause the scene for a moment before eventually beckoning out. Hello?
He argues with himself just a few more moments before turning and looking at you. It's like,
Ah? What are you? What do you want?
Hello. I'm looking for a blacksmith that might be able to help me. Are you busy? I guess I walk inside and pull out my bone saw battle axe, and I show it to him, saying, "This is getting a little heavy in my old age. Is there any way you could maybe lighten the load, make it more elegant?"
You want me to do what? That's crazy. It seems like it'd be interesting, though. Now you shut up. No, we're gonna take it. Money. That's right, it's money. Yes, we want money. We need money. Yes, we'll take a look. Yes, come inside. Come inside.
Okay, I walk closer towards him, and I guess I hand him over my battle axe.
No. No hand. You sit on table.
Okay, I place it on the table.
And breakfast is done. He wanders over after grabbing a piece of... doesn't look glowing hot. But it does look like it's pretty warm, as there's like steam or smoke coming from it. And he just takes a bite of it while he starts looking over your saw. It's like, yes, yes. You want it later, you say? Doable. Might need to change a few things.
That'll be fine.
You know you're eating iron again, right?
Wade.
Yeah, I know I'm eating iron. It's delicious. Shut the fuck up.
No.
He just sits there and kind of eats like that little chunk of iron as he starts poking at the saw. Like, he's not picking it up. He's not, trying to examine its weight. He's just kind of poking it. So, how long you got?
Excuse me? As she said that, Anna Karen's like looking around, like seeing if she can notice anyone else here that he might be talking to.
Give me a perception roll.
Natural one.
See nothing.
You were good at this.
As she's looking around, smoke gets in her eyes, and she's just like, eh. Sorry, could you repeat what you said? Meh.
How much time you got? You got a while? This might take me a bit. I'm gonna have to experiment.
Oh, yes, I have time. How much do you think it will cost for this improvement?
Yes. Money.
Give me a minute. And he runs to the back room for a second.
And Karen just waits. Trying to fan the smoke away from her face. While he's gone, her fingers sort of fuse together into like a fan of sorts and just fans away faster.
He comes back out with an abacus and starts kind of sliding stuff over, and it's clear that he doesn't really know what he's doing with an abacus, and he's just like,
150 gold.
I don't have that much, but I do have. I pull out 5 platinum. Is this enough?
We're just
One,
getting started.
2, 3, 4, 5. He looks at you with like this shit-eating grin, as if he's trying to, rob you. Like, he thinks that he's getting way more out of you than you think he is. Than you think. He's like,
Oh yeah, there's plenty. Thank you.
He's just gonna eat it.
Should I make like an insight check on him?
yeah, go ahead.
He just ripped himself off bad. How the hell is this guy still in business?
Poorly.
Because he rips off a lot of people too. As far as you can tell, he's fine with it.
Oh, good. I have enough. That's good.
Yes. Do you have any specifics?
keep the serrated edge on it. Otherwise, it should be fine. Just making it a lighter, at least more finesseful swing, or well, and also to use in my line of work. I am a doctor.
Now, just from my understanding, is this basically master crafting the weapon?
It's not adding any sort of Mastercraft effects, but it is going to be giving it a different property.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
trying to give it
okay.
the finesse property.
Ah, okay, that's cool.
But with the deficit of it's going to be a lot easier to break.
That's fine.
Yes, yes. I can't eat it, right? You want to be able to use this.
Yes, I prefer you don't eat it. She's just like confused at that. You know, iron's not very good on the stomach. You might want to avoid eating such things.
What are you
It's not
talking
very
about? It's
good on the
delicious.
brain either.
This stuff keeps me healthy and alive.
I would argue at least 2 of those points.
I don't know. Part of me wants to like make a medicine check on him, see if he, like, what is he if he's able to eat iron?
Go ahead. You can tell that this man, as you get a good look over him, he's definitely shorter than a human. He would be around a dwarven size, but his skin, as it flickers in the heat of the forge, you notice has some grayish green qualities to it. He's definitely not something you've ever encountered before. And as you listen real close, you hear like this gurgling coming from him.
I got something on my face?
Fascinating. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to stare.
You gotta tell me, because I don't have a mirror in here, and I don't want my face igniting. It hurts.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Where do you live? Give me your name.
Oh, I'm Auntie Karen. I live blah 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 blah.
Part of me just wants to actually incorporate it into it. Be like,
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
52, blah, 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 lane.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No idea where that is. You're gonna have to come back here and.
starts playing with the abacus
weeks.
again.
1 week. No, 3 weeks.
6. 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
All right, that should be fine.
I hope you have an alternative saw. You are
I
a
can
doctor, aren't you?
borrow- Yes, but I can always borrow some of the equipment at the hospital.
Sounds sus.
I'll just use a hammer.
I've played enough Surgeon Sim to know that that'll work perfectly. All else fails, pull the arm off.
Alright. Shoo! Shoo! I got stuff to do.
All righty, have a nice day. As she shambles herself out the door.
As you leave the door, you just hear this cackling. It's like, ah,
It's gonna be fun!
Yep, Auntie Karen got ripped off, but she doesn't really care about money.
no,
Despite the fact
he
I
ripped
do.
he ripped himself off. He didn't rip you off.
Well,
Oh, good.
actually, you paid significantly less than what it was worth, but it's going to take him significantly longer than it should.
Well, he's also kind of crazy, so that was also factoring into how long it
and-
would take.
It's fine.
All right, then. I guess next up would be to go back to the hospital and start working. Try to. Karen seems like inspired recently, so she's going to try to increase her rank in the her profession. Though she is going to take some off days when her constitution isn't quite up to snuff, using the excuse of her old age and recent run-in with hags, trying to like play off the fact that well now she's now a horrible monster. And if she rolls badly on a certain day, she'll just stay home.
Okay. Give me 1
Horrible
second.
case of acute.
PDF likes to load slowly.
Hmm.
I-
Oh shit, there's a book that we're supposed to be using, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes, in order to progress, I need to complete a variety of surgeries successfully and be considered proficient by a mentor who has attained the rank of barber surgeon.
Okay. There definitely is a guy there that will be able to be there as a mentor. Also, give me, let's say, to make it easier, 10 rolls for your D100.
Alrighty, and she's going to be using her old mask, and she's going to use her mock as a sort of scalpel. Hopefully, for the mock will give her try to give her help checks on her surgeries and whatnot. If I can make these an advantage.
Well, the rolls you're doing now are your transformation rolls, not the medicine rolls.
Okay, so you want a 10d10, well 10d100.
Yes. I'm not gonna make you roll friggin' 60 of them, so. Alright, let's go down the line.
Must be a better way to do that.
Well, the first one's not so bad. Second one, nothing happens. The third one, so yeah, on the days that you're not within the 65 to 81 will be days that you take off. Because, boy, howdy, would some of this be friggin' awkward. You walk in, you can only form one-word sentences.
Yep.
Hilarious, but... Alright, and so... let's start going on the surgeries. Give me... we're gonna have you do some other stuff as well, you know, gain some money for living expenses and so on. And then those will just be like checkups and stuff. And then we'll give 5 medicine checks for your ranking up your background.
Alrighty. So roll 5 mess.
Give me 1 sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 4 regular medicine checks. These will be the ones for gaining money.
Eeks.
Well, hopefully, if I'm getting advantage on these, the first one's a 13. That's still bad though.
How would you get advantage on them?
These ones here aren't surgery, so you're not getting advantage on these.
Okay.
The first one, you know, it really doesn't go over well. People give you like the weirdest freaking looks. But after a little bit of time, you get
It's actually pretty good. You lost money on the first day. You made. Well, actually, what's your lifestyle?
yeah. What is your lifestyle?
Lifestyle, well, just working at the clinic, I think gives me
Squalid, poor, modest, comfortable.
I think she'd more or less be like comfortable. She's not really trying to live the high life.
Okay, comfortable is kind of the high life. It's not
Kinda,
wealthy.
yeah.
Modest then. Let's see.
Okay, so modest costs you 1 gold piece a day, and with a roll of 9, you earned enough to survive on a wretched lifestyle. No, poor. With a 9, you rolled poor, so you ended up losing a gold and 8 silver.
Well,
However,
when it comes down to it, I have a house, so I don't really have to worry about the inexpenses.
Yeah, this is more for just generating some income, so that way you can buy food and stuff because you are taking care of more than just yourself.
you have 2 over 21, which means that you earned 26 gold each for those days.
Good God.
Yeah,
That's the work
And
downtime, right?
that's,
yeah.
I mean, you actually earned 20, you earn 25, 26, 27 each day, but you spend a day for your living expenses. So it's 26 a day, 26 for each of those weeks. And then the 19 is a comfortable lifestyle. So you earn an additional gold on that day as well.
All right, and we'll balance it out because I only made you do the 4 checks, similar to Dusk rolled his, and
If you want to, if you're going to work for 5 days, 5 weeks, roll one more. You may get another 25 gold.
I think we're only doing two months.
yeah, you're doing 2 months, but
is 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Is
Oh yeah, you're right.
told me.
So should I roll one more medicine?
yeah, if you want to work for the extra week.
See, another 26 gold.
So you basically come out on top with the gold that you have. You're not spending a gold a day because, again, you do have your own place that's paid for. Somehow, I get the feeling I'm getting some Ninja Brian vibes from you by having a house. Probably killed
Oh,
the owner of the
If
yacht.
you want, you can
Nope.
assume that she's living under a comfortable lifestyle, but only pays for a modest lifestyle. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
Holdings, lodging near the medical clinic, hospital, or infirmary where you work. So
I
I
know.
basically sort of like a medical dorm.
I know. I'm just messing with you. So yeah, you do come out on top with the gold you spend. Now give me, I said it was 4 or 5 for the surgeries.
Okay, another so 5 for surgeries.
Yes. For the most part, that's 6. Why is there 6?
The
Oh,
first
right,
one's
yeah.
4.
Yeah, the first one was for making money. For the most part, the mentor that you have is very impressed with your work that you're doing over there. He actually recommends you for advancement.
I love that.
That's not sinister at all, is it?
Auntie Karen, please never do that again while in my presence. That's not okay.
Aww.
I like to have peaceful dreams.
I'll give you peaceful dreams.
That sounded dirty. And is that it for you tonight? For your 2 months of stuff? Besides going back
I
to
believe
collect your
so.
weapon, yeah.
Yep, and let's see. The work thing, and it says so. Do I actually get paid like 25 gold for each 21 plus roll?
Yeah, what is yours? Because yours is a little different. I need to double check it.
It's just downtime revisited from the Zenithars, and yeah, it's for every roll of over 21. It's a comfortable lifestyle plus 25 gold.
I'm just trying to find.
But keep in mind, that's for an entire week worth of work.
Yeah, I'm just looking at if it'll load properly.
I
You-
sent a picture of the Xanathar guidebook.
Yeah, I already posted it for him in a direct message.
I was just seeing if there's anything in the advanced backgrounds for gaining money.
No, not that I remember. Oh, for advanced backgrounds?
Yeah,
Still, not that I remember.
yeah, nothing there. So, you are now a barber surgeon.
Yay! Now I have a chop chop.
Stitch and a haircut. 2 bits.
Yeah, once you achieve the rank, they kind of go to your place and help remodel it a little bit to make it into a little medical clinic for you.
Yep, and now I have 6 assistants. Well, half a dozen apprentices, it says.
Up to, but you starting
Oh,
off
fine.
right now, you won't have any. You'll have to recruit them.
That's fine for now.
All right, so
Just
you
wait for a limb to fall off and grow.
head back to the blacksmith. I'm assuming, yes.
Yep.
All right. So are you gonna? I guess right now nobody else will be around for this because it's sort of in between your surgeries. He looks at you as you enter. It's like, who are you?
Hello there. I dropped off the bone saw some weeks ago. Is it ready yet?
The bone saw. As you look around, you happen to see a bunch of what looks like saws that have bites taken out of them. The original saw that you left is still on the table. It hasn't been bitten into or anything. And next to it is another saw that it has most of its inner, like where the meat of the saw would be for a bone saw, taken out of it. And it has a different color to the normal metal that you're used to.
Oh, neat. What's the color?
It's a bit blacker.
Interesting.
Yeah. Added carbon to the iron. Doesn't taste good. No like.
What's carbon?
It's like charcoal, the stuff you use to
Ah,
cook fires with.
interesting. Yeah, Karen has no idea what steel is.
It's not in this case. It's not actually steel per se. It's just they added some carbon to it.
I
Not
mean,
Oh,
not necessarily into the metal itself. It's just there's carbon there.
well, if you heard like ancient barbarians used to throw animal bones into their metal while it was being forged to give it a try to bless it with animal spirits, but they ended up making crude steel weapons that ended up being surprisingly powerful. So
Yeah,
it actually might have helped.
it helped it helped a little bit with making it keep its structure while not falling apart, but it's part of why it's a little bit more brittle, why it's a little easier to break, because it's not proper steel. You're going to be able to swing it fine and do everything fine, but it's now slightly weaker than a regular iron weapon.
Okay, does it mean do I take a -1 damage, or is it like on a natural one, like it breaks or something?
If somebody tries to break it, they're going to have an easier time breaking it than they would an iron weapon.
Okay, that's fair.
Ah, yeah. Take it out of here.
Oh, this is for me. Oh, this is interesting. Thank you. Thank you.
what a piece of shit.
Yep, I pick up the sort of black weapon and just like looking it over. And you said it had like a bite missing out of it.
Not this one.
I'll run
So
my finger over the blade and make sure it's like sufficiently sharp.
It actually kind of cuts your finger a little bit.
Ah, perfect. Why, thank you very much. What was your name, Mr. Blacksmith?
Name. Yes, we have those. Gotta remember that people can see that. People are gonna be like, why the hell are you looking at freaking saw shit?
Flargan and Tofta. Not all at the exact same time, though. We take turns.
Okay, I need to do a thing. Hang on a second.
Oh shit, there's a frog.
A
Yeah,
frog.
Yep, there's a frog emoji.
There we go. I don't know why I dragged that one too. He looks at you and it's like, my name is Iron Bask. Yeah, let's go with that.
Is this kind of like not knowing your own phone number?
Iron
Sort of,
Bask?
yeah. Yeah, Iron Bask. Yeah, that's our name.
I never talk to myself, so
It's actually pretty up there.
Well, thank you, Iron Bask. If you ever are in need of some medical assistance, feel free to
don't come to me.
visit me anytime. I'll be happy to mend you up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem.
Yep. Remember, I'm over by blah blah blah. As I start to shamble out the window, thankful of his help.
He looks at you. It's like, that's a perfectly door, right? You don't need to shamble out the window. Use the door.
I shamble out the door.
I had to call you on that.
Did I say shamble
Alright,
out the window?
what was
You
it?
did.
I don't remember me saying that, but okay. I shamble out the window
I
for some reason.
I didn't hear that either, but I wasn't paying attention.
I have video evidence of it now. Okay, so you shamble out the door after he scolds you for trying to climb through his window. And who wants to go next?
I vote Dusk.
Mr. Okay.
I said it first. I win.
I was going to say, I can help you with yours if you don't have any ideas, or if you don't know the charts and stuff.
I'm actually looking at the charts right now. I'm trying to figure out what would actually be possible for my character to do. I assume everyone's going to know what everyone is at this point in time, so
I would say carousing, probably not. Crafting an item, probably not. You don't have a crafting skill, do you?
no.
Okay. So there's gambling, crime, pit fighting, relaxation, research, training, work. Work is what
Can I
Aunt
just do,
Karen
like-
just did.
Can I just go out and hunt the biggest and angriest thing out in the forest?
Hunting for
Well, you
money is a
can-
thing.
Yeah, that would be considered work for you. I mean, the terms are basic. You use your skill, the appropriate skill. For you, it would be going out and hunting. So that would be you. Long story short, you're going out there trapping for meat and or hides and selling them. That's your work. You can also have things made, like, new gear, adjusted gear.
Okay. I think I've almost got it. So if you
Potions.
want to go, I think I'll have something ready to go by the time it's my turn.
Okay. So, first thing she does is when she gets back to town, she goes, she says farewell to her friends, asks where everybody is going to be staying so she can find them, suggests a place where they can meet. Then she goes off to a bathhouse to get cleaned up. Then goes to her temple to, well, not necessarily give a report, but she wants to talk to the head of the temple, to the head priest or whatever, to get some insight. Not insight. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I'll think of the word later. But basically, insight. She wants to try and figure out what she saw at that place. Kind of sort of debrief, if you will. She doesn't necessarily need to. She wasn't on a mission for them or anything. But she might be able to get some insight from somebody that she trusts as a second opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay. Aside from that, she is intent on doing 4 weeks worth of work, as I already did,
Yep.
2 weeks worth of research. This is going towards the project that I had mentioned earlier, and also 2 weeks worth of crafting for the potions. So at the end, she will have spent the money that she earned, save 3 gold, but she will have 2 healing potions.
Okay, give me intelligence checks for your research.
Okay. Intelligence. I'm going to use guidance on this.
Okay.
Strictly speaking, it's 2 weeks of research. It's just time spent towards the crafting of her project.
Yeah.
It's a mandatory amount of time. Oh, I gotta add the guidance. It's not adding it.
Okay, and you're still on Whisper, so the first roll's fine, and the second roll is oof. All right, with
The rolls,
your
unfortunately, probably wouldn't make much difference because it's just accumulated time.
yeah, it's
invested.
more just if you're gonna need to spend more time later, just to because you won't be able to craft that thing right now, anyways.
Well, no, it's not. This is going to be a long-term project. She
Yeah.
doesn't have the money to invest in it either. The way it
So
works is she has to invest X amount of time and X amount of money, and she doesn't have the money right now, so she's just getting some of the time taken care of.
yeah,
I'll
well,
say
with
this:
your okay, go ahead.
Karen's loaded now, so if you want some money, you can always borrow it from her.
I wouldn't say
She would.
loaded.
I mean, if I get paid for those days of work, I get 75 gold, which is more than our job. Plus selling the armor for 5. I have 80 gold on me now, so I'm now stupidly rich.
Yeah. She would obviously spend a great deal of time at her temple. I'm going to assume she's staying there. She does obviously she doesn't work the entire time. What she does on her downtime or during her not
When she's not crafting or researching.
when she's not doing her weekly or due diligence, she does fish a lot, prays a lot. You know,
Yeah.
does obviously bring Auntie Karen fresh fish on the occasion. Comes and stops to talk to everybody. The full 9 yards, and she does dress down into modest non-adventuring gear during that time as well.
Well, with the research that you're doing with what you did, it starts off good for you, though near the end of the research you do kind of stall a little bit in trying to find out certain pieces of information.
Yeah.
And with your prayer, assuming the thing you want is still the thing you want,
It is.
one night late while you're having trouble sleeping, something just happens to keep you awake, and you head to the main part of the temple, to the altar, to do some prayer. There's a few monks around, but no one seems to pay you any mind as a bright light enters the temple in front of you, on the other side of the altar.
I told you about snorting coke before going to bed. It's bad.
I didn't snort it.
I like how that's the point that you argue.
As the light fades, the candles that were lit to keep the place somewhat visible all get blown out, and the monks that were there drop to their knees in prayer.
Well, she's already praying, so
Yeah, the monks were there just like tending to things. They weren't praying, they were just
alkalites and stuff.
yeah. Tending to things, lighting the candles. Now that all the work they did is now for naught. As a figure stands on the other side of the altar from where you are and looks down at you, it's like, Dusk. You are a special one, aren't you?
She smiles. She says, I hope so.
Do you have any idea who I am?
No. But given that you just appeared on my altar, I have high hopes.
And your hopes are well rewarded. Rex.
What?
whoop
What?
Rex.
What'd I do?
It's just your microphone headphone thing
Sorry.
messing with you.
That might have
What-
been my back, actually.
Your back is not static. You're not a robot.
I don't know. Depending on how old we are. Oh shit! Who do we lose now?
It cracked pretty good.
There's planes.
Planes, in and out, out and
Yeah.
in.
All right. So
Smoke is still with us.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, so the being looks down. She's like, "I am from the divine realm. I represent the one you worship."
Quick, name that god.
I'm actually trying to find it on the character sheet, but
Nicholas, Arch Seraph of Mercy.
I represent Miklas. I was sent down here by her to give you a boon. As I said, you are a very special case.
What sort of... I don't mean to question motives or anything of that nature, but what is it that you're talking about?
You are the moral center of the group of adventurers you are with. You will keep them on the path of righteousness and good in the dark times to come. And for that, we have thought it fit to grant you access to our domain in a very special way. Yeah, but you guys don't know the gods are dead.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
I think we would, because I think most of the, to my knowledge, the religions are set up in this setting to worship the angels. So I think knowing that the gods are dead are, I don't know. It's up to you. You're the DM.
Right. I mean, strictly speaking, Dusk knows that her patron deity is Meklas and Arch Seraph of Mercy. It's
Yeah, they
literally a
still
seraph.
kind of pretend that the gods are still there to kind of keep certain things running. Because, you know, if gods are dead, that's just chaos.
The Redeemer, the Saint of Loss, the Saint of Lost Causes, and Plague Breaker.
Yes. The being looks at you. It's like, what you have before you is a tall, tall order. Something that is going to be very difficult to keep up, but we believe that you will be able to do it. After all, you were able to rein in that frog friend of yours. Somewhat.
Toadek sneezing somewhere across the city. Toadek sits his bullshit.
I won't deny that they do need looking after, and it seems that it won't be an easy task, and I could use all the help that I could get.
Then if you would give me your hand, child.
Out of character, my suspicion level just went through the roof. I'm not giving you my damn hand. I need it. But yeah, she places her hand in assuming God being over there extended its hand. She does the thing.
It did, and it grabs your hand, and at first, what you feel is a gentle warmth before a burning sensation courses through your hand and your arm. It's not painful, but it is a shock as radiant energy courses through you, filling you with divine energy.
Whoa. She kind of grits her teeth and holds on for dear life, I guess.
And after moments, the being pulls its hand away and looks down at you and smiles. You have been granted a good boon. Please do your best to stay alive.
Oh shit, my mic's on. Hi.
I will cuff you.
And a bright light enters the room again as the being is gone, and the no.
That was a waste.
Yeah, basically.
The worst bar joke.
Two angels, a werefrog, and an eldritch abomination walk into a bar. People stare at you. Ask why you're carrying
Bar
weapons.
proceeds to explode.
You talk up.
Mimics.
Yes. You say, well, we're always careful about mimics. The bartender laughs. The table laughs. You kill the table. The werefrog eats somebody.
And what bothers me most is that none of that sounds incorrect.
The monks that were there quickly get up and go to your side, and when they see what has come from your back, they kneel before you in prayer, and they look at you. It's like, oh, son of a bitch. Miklas's.
Son of a bitch.
you.
That is an appropriate response. Ah, son of a bitch.
I forgot the name, that's all.
One of them stubbed their toe on the way in or some fuck.
I mean, it is dark.
There's like 4 or 5 of them, and they're all like, ah, damn it, I thought I was going to get that today.
You are the. You
Why
are
am I always the last one picked?
You are Miklas's Messiah. Praise be to dusk.
Oh, that actually hurt.
One of them is just rubbing his toe, just like, God damn it!
Okay. I'm good. I'm good. This is good. All hail Dusk, you savior and lord of the world.
No, just Miklas.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Fine, savior of the world and mount of Todak. Done.
Savior of Todak's world, at least.
She says to the alkalites that are around her, says, hey, I haven't changed that much.
Ah, you are so modest.
Avatar: The Last Airbender tried that same line. They didn't take it.
Well, I might need a little bit of help, though.
What kind of help would a Messiah need?
These are going to be a problem. She kind of flaps her wings a little bit. I need my armor adjusted.
Ah, yes, right away. We'll gather your armor and take it to a blacksmith that will adjust it for you. Um, we'll need some measurements.
Well, get me a couple of girls, and we will get those measurements for you.
Well, we just meant like on your back, like nothing that needs to be done in any sort of extensiveness. Just need to know
Hopes not.
the exact position on your back, where everything's going to be, and all that.
Yeah. Well, let's go talk to the mechanic.
What's
Go talk to the
what's a mechanic?
smith. You know, the guy that makes all of those boomsticks.
Sticks.
That you want to talk to him?
No, I was just mixing them up with the guy that makes all the armor.
Okay, well, I was gonna say we do know a guy that, well, he's either expensive or cheap depending on how you word things.
Not him. That's not the one that talks to himself, is it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that.
I've lived here all my life for at least an hour.
For at least an hour. Yeah, but you wouldn't know which one they're talking about. They're just like, oh, you want to go see him?
Craziest son
Actually,
of a bitch they
this-
can find.
Yeah, the only reason that she brought it up was because she's hoping that the temple can help her with the financial aspect of it, because she's kind of broke.
Yeah, no, they would absolutely be willing to do that, as you are now their messiah.
They will literally eat the bill of everything you do.
They take you to the district, and people are staring at you as you are, you got wings of some sort. You haven't described them yet.
She's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed warrior chick. I'm assuming they are, in fact, big white wings.
Ah, hail the Aryan race. I'm sorry.
I will cuff you.
I deserve it. I'm mostly apologizing to Plains. I'm hoping his
Plains.
internet. Oh, thank God.
What? What was that? What did I miss?
Dead.
I made a really bad joke slip out. I'm sorry, Plains.
If he didn't hear it, that means there's nothing to apologize for. Can't be caught guilty.
Everything.
It's not the worst thing I've ever said, so let's just go with that.
It's not the worst thing I said either, so.
I can't. I'm in Canada, so I can't get arrested for it.
Can too.
You're not gonna call the cops. You don't know my address.
It's Nova Scotia. There ain't a lot of houses to check.
Yeah, my buddy in Nova Scotia said something kinda horrible. Where does he live? Ah, it's Nova Scotia. Check.
It's like the corner pocket of the pool table that no one uses. Anyway.
You only have like what, 50 people to check from? Sir, there's almost 1 million people living in Nova Scotia.
They're all related. They'll know which one's him.
Okay, for the record, we do have a Goler problem here, okay?
You're literally working for your cousin, man.
I know.
Eddie.
Just,
I'm my own grandpa.
I mean,
Wow.
there is a family on the mountain that can say that, okay?
That's pretty fucked up,
Don't
bro.
touch that.
I'm not kidding.
It's a
Like
good tune.
there was documentaries and books written on these people.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know, they're mountain folk.
Anyway,
It's
finish.
like saying they're from
no.
Alabama.
Finish telling the world of
I'll find
dusk and magnificent messianisms.
Alright, so you go down there, and there's a few people that they they don't necessarily shy away, but they see the wings and they're apprehensive, as they not think so much religion as they think you're probably with the college, and they don't like the college.
I'm so glad Todak's not going to see that first, because he's just going to assume he became part chicken.
Oh, hang on a sec.
I will cuff you.
There's going to be so many eating jokes that it's just going to get dirty and wrong.
See here if I can find this.
Okay, I'm just reading something there. Oh yeah, yours was already way at the max. Yeah, sure. Fuck it, go ahead, do it. Forget when I said no. Just go ahead, do it. I didn't realize it was that high. So yes, a few people don't pay you any mind. They don't try to, jump at a chance to get some work, just because again they think you're with the college. However, you come to a place that is glowing hot, and there is shouting on the inside. Is this the place you'd like to go, ma'am?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. They seem a little nervous, but they go inside. And there is a small gray-green skinned man just arguing with himself. It's like, no. We gotta make it lighter. Lighter. It's a bone saw. We can add some bones to it.
I think this one's busy. Maybe we should find another one.
Ah, who are you?
A potential patron.
What's a patron? Oh, money. Yes.
Yes, one of them.
Yeah. What do you want?
I'm going to look about his shop.
He's got a.
I would like to. Yeah, I want to try to assess the quality of this guy's work at a glance.
At a glance, then give me perception.
Perception is a good stat for me. However, I think this might be investigation.
You're just doing it at a glance. You're not taking time to inspect everything. So, from what you can tell, looking at a glance, there's a few things strewn about that strike you as odd. What looks like Auntie Karen's bone saws, but bites taken out of them, just like two laying on a table, and what you recognize as Auntie Karen's bone saw laying on the table, as well as some pieces of armor that look rather sturdy, a little bit bulky, but like they'd be able to take a few good hits, and some very, very sharp and dangerous looking weapons.
Good sir, what is your name?
Name? Oh yeah, thought about that in a while.
I didn't do that on purpose.
I remember his name. My name is
Gibble snort.
Swordbert. My name is Swordbert. Oh, I remember. Like I told you,
Swordbert.
Iron Mask.
Swordbert. Both of those sound like Final Fantasy names. Swordbert the blacksmith. multi-personalities.
Are you saying that part out loud?
No, that's the seraph that talks in my ear.
Okay.
Uh,
Don't
yeah,
you have
she's-
an epic?
Yeah, I need to go.
All right,
Oh.
have a good one. We'll finish up
Have a good one, buddy.
Todax
Your epic.
here, and then yeah.
Yeah, see some of you tomorrow, the rest of you next week.
Later.
Bis dann.
Good luck, man.
Bye.
All right. So, what do you want? What do you want done? I can do it. The charge good? I think. Yeah, charge good.
Good. First things first. How much do you charge for armor modifications? I don't need a full set. I just need some space made for extra appendages. She flaps her wings.
He gives you a look over. It's like,
She doesn't unfurl her wings completely. She just kind of sort of makes them move. So fold it up.
Be careful around the forge. Feathers don't smell good when they burn.
Yeah. I'm going to stay right here. In the doorway.
He starts walking towards you and goes around your back.
Stab,
How
stab.
tall is this guy?
He's around what would be the height of a dwarf, maybe a little bit taller or shorter.
4 feet.
Okay. So he's 4 foot. So she's going to have to literally kneel down. She's pretty tall for a female anyway.
What are you doing?
You want better look at what you need to adjust or not? I
Ah,
assume that you
yes.
need to look at the shoulders.
Yes, good work. Yes. I'm having fun with this guy. When you kneel down, he starts to just give you like firm pokes on the back, like not just below where the wings are sprouting from, just like
Dirty.
The head, the head alkalite that's with me right now. I'm going to say in his head. There isn't an elven armor smith in the village or in the town, is there?
he kind of looks at you and is like, yeah. And Sorbert starts poking your shoulders like,
All right. Yeah, I can do this. You looking for a new set of armor or just modifying what you already have?
Well, it looks as though your business, or that you already have a project on hand. How long would it take to do these modifications? And I just need modifications. I don't need a new set.
Week? Yeah, week.
A week.
Yeah.
Cost?
He left the abacus up front from Karen's encounter, and he grabs it and starts like moving stuff around, and it's like
10 gold.
And gold. She looks at the alkalite. Is that doable?
he nods and takes 10 gold out from a pouch.
Thank you, sir. I will be back in a week. My name is Dusk.
Hey, where are you staying?
At McGlass's temple.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. Just come here in a week. Really should learn this place's layout so I can start doing deliveries. It might give me more business.
Maybe. Though I suspect that you're doing fairly well. I mean, you look like you're pretty busy here.
Well, I did just have a weird looking. I don't know how to describe her. Kind of big nose, green skin, blue skin.
Actually, she's going to look at Auntie Karen's bone saw, which I'm going to guess I could recognize fairly easily.
Yes.
And she will literally describe what Auntie Karen looks like to him.
Yeah, that one.
She just grins.
So you guys butt buddies?
Bunk
Wait.
buddies?
No, that's a different term. It's kind of weird.
She is.
Friends? Are you guys friends?
She is a traveling companion and a staunch ally.
Yeah, it works too. It's a friend.
Going straight to hell.
Why are you going to hell?
Shut up and keep telling this story, dickbag.
You are going to have to tell me why you're going to hell now as soon as we get this done.
Okay. So yeah. Leave the armor. I'll make sure it doesn't cut your wings. Or it will. It
yeah,
depends on if you're into that shit.
That would be nice, if you don't mind.
Alright. Okay. I get here.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be done in a week.
And she leaves. As soon as she gets outside, in the head of the alkalite that said that there was an elven armor smith, she says, "Could you direct me to this elven armor smith, please?"
Yes. Sure. Right this way. He's a bit of a rare one, so he'll stand out. There's not a whole lot of elves over here that do armor working.
Oh. What the hell? Why
You were
is this
supposed to
always
put that
happening
on
to
mute!
Saturday? Hold on.
I miss.
By the way, Karen, do you have phasmophobia?
The game, no.
Damn.
Also, I'm a massive
Stipulate
coward.
the game.
Oh,
You know, I don't understand that.
what?
You know how often I get people call me
What? Call you
Like,
on the phone?
while we're
on the phone? Yes.
gaming? A lot.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the only time they ever call because I don't get calls any other time.
Because they
It's because that is the nature of the world. And Karen, you said what about phasmophobia? You said you don't have it, but I didn't hear anything else.
I don't have it. Also, I'm a massive coward.
see,
You and Rex would fit right in there.
you sir can jam a Tinker toy in your craw box and fuck off.
I'm not the one who had a panic attack because he didn't bring a light. Okay, so I'm
So,
assuming that so this will happen while you're
Elven
doing
armor
your...
smith.
Oh, right, the Elven Armor Smith. They take you to the Elven Armor Smith, and the place seems kind of posh, to say the least.
Of course, I was expecting that.
They enter, and you see this elven man wearing pretty much just a blacksmith, just a blacksmith apron and a pair of pants, and is hammering away at a piece of metal.
She smiles and she says, "Good morning."
The man looks away from the piece of metal and flips up what looks like goggles and looks at you for a moment, seeing your wings, and says, "Ah, yes. What can I do for you?"
I'm looking for reliable armor smiths with some taste and talent for. Well, I have I have a project that I would like to plan out. I'm not ready to actually commit to it, but I'm looking for ideas and a potential professional that could handle the job once I get the details hammered out.
Well, you've definitely come to
wondering
the
if
right
you-
place if you have the coin.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well,
Not
you-
yet. I'm not. I'm here to discuss. I can give you coin for your time for conversation, but I can't start the project yet.
You're getting a quote.
Or just at this point, just finding out if he's even able to do this kind of work.
So, what is the project that you're looking to do?
I'm looking for some custom made, or in the future anyway, custom made plate mail armor that will not hinder my, and she's kind of wiggles her wings again. Lightweight, if at all possible, reinforced with adamantium.
Oh, that is quite the tall
Thinking-
task.
Yeah, it's going to be a project for the future. Hopefully I can make some. I'm an adventurer, so you have to pay attention to your defenses.
You are quite right. Adamantium, though, around this area is going to be a little bit more expensive as we have to import it.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, but I was hoping that it wouldn't be just adamantium. I'm also thinking about mithril with adamantium um, reinforcements. So we're talking a serious penny. And of course, somebody with an artistic flair.
Well, the artistic
is
flair, you've
custom.
definitely come to the right place.
Well, that's what I was hoping for. Do you think this, if I could come across the money and potentially even the materials, would this be something that you could do?
Absolutely, if you, especially if you can help get the materials, because that would cheapen the cost quite a bit.
Well, at this point, it's more theory crafting and speculation, but yeah, that's my goal. Find out what I'm going to need, and then I know what to look for the future.
Yes, that is a good idea. The biggest problem that we will encounter is going to be fusing the adamantium, or adamantine, I guess it's not adamantium, with the mithril, which is going to take a master smith with some magical abilities, which I'll have to bring in someone to help on that. As for the artistic side and the craftsmanship itself, that is definitely going to be me.
Perfect.
Herb.
And what is your name, dear lady?
Dusk. I am staying at and primarily work out of the Temple of Maklas.
I see. That'll be good to know. I will contact you as soon as I draw up some plans, and we can work from there.
Thank you very much. And she bids him farewell, gives him a gold coin for his time, and goes about her way.
Right.
Hold on a minute.
And yeah, it's either adamantine or adamantite, but adamantium is what Wolverine is made out of.
Right. Well, it's
Although
it,
he's
like
technically
mithril, are
he's technically adamantium C, I believe. There's like 3 different types, and he's the organic type.
he is now. Yeah,
Yeah, because he can regrow as adamantium.
he can regrow it. Yep.
Oh hey, look who's playing a horror game.
He's probably just dragging around the fucking teddy bear again, waiting to die.
By the way, when
What
he
else is
left,
she gonna
when
do?
he left that one time, it wasn't because he was kicked. He just quit
Why?
because he was chaos incarnate.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Huh,
Alrighty.
you lost me.
Oh
Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
not a big deal. It's just something that was hilarious, and I regret not being able to stream it, but I never asked if I could.
Consent is key.
Consent makes the world go round. Unless you're rich.
Yeah. Let's see what else. She will take the time to go track down Todak first because that is her friend.
Alright, so we can probably put this near the end of the 2 months, and when you go get your armor, or before you go get your armor, we can swap over to Todak for his stuff.
Sounds good. She will also go take time to go and, well, eventually Auntie Karen will find out as well because she's been bringing her fresh fish every now and then and stuff like that. So she's been keeping contact,
Yeah.
Given Auntie Karen's unstable skin nature type thing, she's been doing that. She figured there might be days where she needs to go do her shopping for her. So
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with everybody back together. That way, we're gonna have all that done, and we will set up for the next adventure, but won't include anything important since Plains is not here for it.
sounds good.
So Todak,
Yes.
you have plans, yes, and I have some for you as well.
Great. Todak is probably going to hate staying in the city, which is more than fair. And I'm going to spend the entire time period out in the woods mastering my craft and the new craft that I came across.
Cool. Oh,
Yeah.
Just FYI, that when she was doing her work, it would not be that much different than Todak's during those. So they could have been doing tandem type stuff as well.
Oh, good. That means you get to see this, and I'll share the picture in just a second.
Well, some of it you probably wouldn't, because again, like it depends on how much you want to go for that sort of transformation while hunting. Especially
Well,
if you don't include your new friend with you.
Oh, yes, my new friend is definitely coming along.
Okay, then when you do summon him, Dusk is greeted with a half-naked man, human-looking, wearing like pretty much just like pants, and is like, "Ah, Todak, who's this? Is this one of your friends?"
Yes, this one is Dusk. Very helpful, very useful. Now,
Nice to. Who might you be?
I've long forgotten my name.
his name is Nudie.
Please don't call
Nudie.
me that.
You have no name. Todak gives you name. You are now Nudie.
You have to deal with this a lot,
Well,
don't you, Dusk?
minus the pants. That's close to fitting.
I was the one who gave Todak his gift, and so I'm here to help train him.
Ah, speaking of, let Todak
Gift.
get more comfortable.
I don't like that.
I just shared it in the general there because I don't know how to share pictures to frickin'.
No, that's good. That's good. I got it.
And he grows in size to be about just an inch taller than, maybe an inch shorter than Dusk.
So 5'9".
That's better. Todak appreciates being able to cut loose.
Okay. And
That's
she
his
looks at the
father
other
figure.
guy kind of curiously. Gray Slod, yeah, I was trying to remember the name of the thing.
Now, for the record, since you just decided to do this,
Yep.
and the guy is looking at you and just like holding his head, it's like, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Why?
Just give me. You have to do it. Okay, good.
There you go.
Nothing happens. You are in control. Remember your flaw.
Todak doesn't know it.
That's why you shouldn't have asked why. when
I
he
thought it was
sees
something else.
when he sees that you're in control, he's just like, "Oh, thank God."
Care to explain?
Todak became Alpha Hunter. I thought I explained this.
Yeah, that's definitely an improved form. You're certainly bigger.
Yes.
Um,
And I have claws.
how?
And I have teeth. Oh. You tell her. More fun.
You probably remember the incident at the hut.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we were under the control of the hags.
Okay.
So
You
when
accidentally. Let me guess. You fell into the cauldron, and then when you climbed back out, you were giant frog. Both of you? Can you do that too?
no, and you see
I
him
think-
transform into, just for a moment, as you didn't notice it before, but on his back he has a large weapon, and that does not fuse into him when he transforms, but he turns into a giant, uh, large creature,
Wolf, I think he was.
and he is a werewolf.
Good God.
Yes, they took this weapon from me and my friends, and they placed us under a spell, and we didn't really have much of a choice.
So Todak is still learning. Todak will eventually turn into a fur creature. Todak is displeased with the idea, but Todak will also accept it if it happens.
The man transforms back, and it's just like, for now, I'm just here to help Todak understand his gifts and not accidentally hurt anybody.
Accidentally.
Well,
Oh, wait, he was serious.
Well,
yes, it would be a shame if you went and hurt your friend Dusk.
Dusk is tough. Dusk able to probably put Todak down
Yeah.
if need to.
what I understand about this affliction of yours isn't so much that you're tough, you're dangerous, but part of that danger is the fact that you're also contagious.
Well, under normal conditions, yes, we are dangerous, we are contagious. However, and he draws the weapon from his back, this is a enchanted silver weapon that we have crafted after several years of our condition to help control the urges.
Okay.
Even on the nights of a full moon, we, as long as we have this on our person, we will not lose control. But therein lies the problem.
Well, that's good. About the full moon.
Yes, both for Todak, and if we lose our weapons, then we become beasts again, as you witnessed not that long ago.
Lovely. Is there a way to counter this?
In the early stages, there is a cure, but for us, death is the only
I'm going to
option.
assume. Right. I'm going to assume Todak, given what I know of him, he's not going to want to cure it. But is there things are there steps that can be taken that I can help with to help curb the crazy?
He nods, and from his pants, he reaches into a pocket and pulls out a hefty length of chain and tosses it to you.
Kodak doesn't like where this is going.
I heard rumors of wolfsbane. That doesn't have an effect.
Uh,
Garlic? No, wait, that's vampires.
I was about to say,
Garlic is delicious.
Wolfsbane is more to keep a werewolf away from an area. This you can use to tie him up if he gets a little too crazy.
Kodak not like.
Well, Todak, if you were to wake up one morning to find out that you had completely slaughtered all the people that you travel with, that might be less useful to you.
It's kind of
Kodak
being
sits and
chained.
uses his massive hand to now scratch his chin. I can do this now. Maybe Todak understand.
it would be quite unfortunate to lose a ride that you use quite so often, as after all, you cannot ride on the shoulders of a dead person without a necromancer.
Todak can learn.
No, I'm sorry, but at that height, you're not riding on my back. When you're that tall, you're walking.
Todak only going to get bigger.
Yeah,
Eventually you ride the Todak. Wouldn't that terrify somebody?
yeah, probably would.
Wow. I'm suddenly seeing it. There's a seraphim on the back of a werefrog hopping over the battlefield. I need to find someone on DeviantArt to do this now.
Yeah, I can mentally picture this. We keep in mind we have two seraphs, one carrying a constantly shifting hag, and the other one carrying a giant werefrog.
Oh, good goodness. Imagine having to throw the small Todak like a little grenade.
Fastball special. Transforms into his alter form mid plummet.
Still having the same speed behind it, but triple the mass. Someone did work that day. All right. So, Todak stands and stretches and flexes his now clawed hands and pokes his now sharp teeth.
Okay. Well, I have a lot to think about. This is going to be challenging. Another thing to consider, Todak.
Mm,
We are dangerously close to a city full of civilians. If people start showing up dead or infected, there will be hunts. You know those things you used to enjoy going on yourself? Hunting down.
yes, Todak is now going to
Yes.
hunt even bigger things.
Well, you could end up being the subject of said hunt if you are not careful.
Todak is most careful in his hunts, but Todak also understands the concern. I mean, if Nudie over there goes ahead and bites someone, they would hunt him, so I assume the hunt would also be for me. However, if werefrogs start showing up, Todak has made serious errors in judgment and deserves to be hunted.
Let's try to avoid that outcome.
Indeed.
Don't mind me, just making notes.
Oh, by the way, Todak, you're not the only one that has had an upgrade.
Well, at this point, we'd say it's before your upgrade because this would be the start of his stuff.
4 months out.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, at that point, then she would be like, "Well, let's get back to the hunting, and we can discuss this later." And
The thing Todak is best at.
yeah, she's going to spend the time. Well, for the record, she is an Outlander tracker. So her working with Todak is also kind of, what do you call, fulfilling her needs for progression.
Perfect. Between the two of us, we can hunt all sorts of terrible and evil things that aren't
Yeah,
mirrors and
my
Todak himself.
my survival skill is is +8, and I have my guidance to help. So I'm sure we can
Perfect.
do quite well.
And I have all sorts of skills and
Yeah,
can't
well, you
cast
have better
spells anymore.
skills. No, you have better skills when it comes to tracking and that sort of thing.
So, how many weeks did you want to help Todak with his hunting before you go inside to revel in your
I
knowledges?
Right. I spent 4 weeks total of working, and then 2 weeks of crafting potions, and 2 weeks of research.
Okay.
So,
The first 4 weeks would be us working together then?
well, you still it's more role play wise. It doesn't really help us either way. You still have to make your own rolls. Unfortunately, I can't give you.
Fuck tons of guidance.
Well, I might, if Azeroth is being generous, be able to give you advantage on your rolls, but I can't give you guidance per se.
Advantage,
Guidance,
yes.
unfortunately, is, huh?
Advantage, yes.
Yeah, guidance is unfortunately something that only lasts a certain amount of time. I can use it on myself because I can literally cast it whenever I need it, but I'd have to be there next to you every 10 minutes or so, and that's not how hunting works. You know.
That's fine. So how do we want to do this for the time that I do have my dear friend Dusk assisting me? I figure 4 checks with advantage and the rest on my own, or...
That would be the best bet.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty, 4 checks. These are all going to be survival checks because I am hunting.
Hold on a minute.
Huh.
Hold on a minute. That's really good. You didn't even really. It looks like you didn't even really need my help. Give me a second.
I don't know, that 19's better than a 17. Dusk is going to earn some side change on this one for sure.
Well, that 19
Also-
isn't survival. That was your wisdom.
Was it?
Yeah. It
Oh,
says
that's right.
wisdom
I'm
save.
sorry. 20, 20, so 20, 22, 24, 25. Todak knows his
Okay.
shit in beast form, apparently.
Yeah, give me a minute to just find the working page. Wages. Copy. And I'll post it.
All right.
So 19
No, no
is-
19.
Well, first things.
It was just the 20.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah, the first
plus
one was my wisdom save for not turning around and chewing on you.
Oh, right. 24, 20, 22, 25. What is your likely? What are you? You're outdoorsy type, so I'm going to guess that you're probably
Hunting, skinning.
lifestyle would be pretty freaking low.
I live in
It's
the
not going to be
trees.
comfortable. Yeah, so your lifestyle is going to be like poor or squalid.
Squalid. That's Todak, squalid.
I
Yeah,
mean, I've no. Karen's fine if you want to like hang out, sleep at her place. Though I assume your character would want to actually sleep out in the wilderness.
Oh, absolutely. Todak loves the wilderness. He only goes into the city because the rest of you longlegs do.
Yeah, I don't remember what page that is. I just had
Plus,
it.
being in
Damn it.
beast. Plus, I can only be in beast form for a couple of hours a day, so, or hybrid form, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, hybrid form.
When I turn it,
Okay, where is
I wish
that?
there was in fact a were-toad because I only have bear and wolf to choose from.
You can make it.
I'll have to talk to BD about that then.
All you really need to do when it comes to that sort of thing is pick a template, stick to the template for
just reskin it?
stats, and reskin it.
Okay.
Pick a template that fits your that kind of fits what you think a toad might be. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So it costs you for a squalid lifestyle. It costs you 1 silver piece a day. Okay.
And we're doing this for 2 months, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So for your first roll of 24, you actually earn a comfortable living, which is 2 gold pieces. So you spend 1 silver of that, and then an additional 25. So that's 26 gold and 9 silver for the first week. Earned.
26 gold, 9 silver.
Yep. Yes. On the second week, you earn 2 gold, spend 1 silver, so you earn in addition, your total earnings end up being an additional 1 gold, 9 silver.
So how did I make 26 gold the first week?
Because if you look at the
Ah.
chart that I posted, it's
Yeah, there
21
it
or
is.
above.
I see it.
Yeah, and 20 is, yeah. So the third week and the fourth week are both 26.9 each.
All right. That was a pretty good haul. Christ.
Yeah, no shit, right?
All right. So that was 1 month hanging out with Dusk, just hunting in the woods, doing the dirty.
Yep. And
Right.
as the month progresses, your companion friend comes back to make sure that things go smoothly, and he addresses you while you guys are out hunting, although making sure not to startle you so you don't fire an arrow at him or try to jump on him and tear his head off.
Which I would do.
Yep. And says, "You're going to have to put things off for the rest of the night.
Why?
It's a full moon tonight."
So? Oh. Wait, so?
So we need to make sure that you're not going to go rampage and kill anybody.
Toadette gets squinty-eyed at him. Okay. Todak realizes this could still be a concern, and Todak isn't prepared to make sure he doesn't berserk and murder people that don't deserve it. You can't see the air quotes I'm doing, but they're there.
I could hear them.
It's heavily implied.
Yeah, the sun is going down right now. The moon isn't out yet, but he's caught you at a time where it would be best if, while you're transformed, to tie you to a tree.
Okay. Well, Miss Dusk, please take your share
Well-
of the pay and head into town.
That's, I mean, I'm going to guess that she's gone into town long before that anyway. She went in-
Okay.
you only work X number of hours per day, and then you spend the rest of the day. It's like working 8 to 10 hours a day,
Todak does
plus doing
12s.
other things. You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
It's
that's fair. So you're
Yeah.
already gone.
considered
Then that's
X.
fine.
Right, yeah.
We can
I'm
assume
gonna
that
assume-
that because you
yeah,
don't like
given
going into
that-
town, that she was gathering your money.
Okay. So she was the one selling the pelts and meats and what have you.
Yeah.
Cool. So Todak, being the honest person that he is, gives her half of what he's earned.
I didn't even calculate what the hell.
Oh, I did. Total amount made was 82.6.
All right, I'll just
So
put that in my treasure. Todak's
82.6 divided by 2 is 41 for her. 41.3 if she's so able to cut down to the silvers.
41.3 gold. Okay, all right.
Todak is more out there for the trophies.
Okay. Before I forget, given the circumstance, she did have enough time to make 2 healing potions. I will give your Todak one of them.
Cool.
So it's a basic healing potion, and that should come in handy.
That's 2d4, right?
2d4 plus 2.
Cool.
If you don't mind, I think I should hold on to that because he might break it in his struggles.
Not
Well,
unreasonable.
this is going to be given to her. She's giving these out at later in the month, like before they leave,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Todak would
okay.
definitely
so that
hand
I
it
don't
over.
forget.
All right. So
Okay.
while you guys are there in the forest, he commands you to go. Well, he doesn't command.
Command.
He doesn't
Hello.
command. He directs you towards a tree and asks you to face away from it, but still have your back touching to it.
Okay. Todak does this in his transformed state.
And with a swift movement, as if the chains are obeying his command, they start wrapping around both you and the tree, and even piercing through the tree to hold you tight to it.
Todak needs a bag of this himself.
Well, this is less magical chains and more me.
Oh. Nudie, I need you to come along on our adventures then.
I don't think that would be wise.
I'm not exactly known for being wise, but all right.
And as you say that, from the clouds peeks out the first rays from the full moon, and they lick your skin. And you
Big
start
wet
to fade to nothing as you start struggling against the chains and roaring so loud it can be heard from town.
I'd like to think it's just a really big croak.
Dusk will be able to recognize the croak of Todak in a very loud
Oh
sense.
God. She's not going to get much sleep that night.
It just sounds like thunder drums off in the distance.
And come morning for the first morning, you wake, and you are no longer in your transformed state. You are slumped to the ground, and you are exhausted.
Todak needs many things. A nap, a towel, and a walk of shame. But first, the nap.
That, Todak, is why I will be giving a set of chains to your friend.
It is a good choice. Now, stop the talky wits. Todak needs sleep.
He will not say anything, and then once you're good and asleep, he will swaddle you in a blanket that he brought with him
Aww.
and carry you into town to find Dusk.
Dusk on that night was probably waiting on the wall.
Well, it's morning by now, so
Yeah, like I said, she wasn't going to get much sleep. If she heard that, knowing what she knows, the direction that they came from, she was up on the wall with the rest of the guards, just keeping an eye out.
and come the daybreak, you do see Nudie walking up with a swaddled Todak.
Who is dead asleep.
I wonder how a frog snoring would sound.
Probably about as graceful as you think.
Grumble, grumble, burp. She'll go down to meet. And she says, "So, did he horribly maim anybody?" She says that in his head so that any guards in the area don't have to listen.
No, I tied him to a tree.
Oh, thank God. All right, I'll take care of him from here. I'm going to bring him to Auntie Karen, get him some soup and taken care of.
Probably a good idea.
Make sure he
Now,
doesn't.
next month, I'm gonna not be here, so you're going to have to take care of him.
Okay. What do I need to know?
Well, you know that silver chain I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Tie him as tightly as you can to an object and hope for dear life he doesn't break it. In other words, make sure it's not rotten. Oh, that sounds so goddamn creepy.
Yeah. He's going to Karen. He's going down to Karen. Those two fit right in. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon.
We will definitely meet. It depends on how often he touches that mark on his arm.
Oh, okay. Is that important? Can anybody touch the mark and call you, or does he have to do it?
Well, you have to touch it with your bare skin, so I wouldn't recommend anybody doing it.
Well,
Why do you think
do
I have him
some
wrapped in a blanket?
protections when I need it.
Well, again, bare skin, so that's probably not
I'll
a good
be
idea.
right back. So Todak's gonna sleep for a bit.
Okay. I will take Todak to Auntie Karen. She's going to do a quick. Yeah, she's gonna like bring him in, and then like, Karen, you home?
Yes, I'm home. What can I,
We have a situation.
Is he alright?
Well, that's what I need to find out. Apparently, he spent a long night last night chained to a tree.
That
All right.
context is going to be
He's
hilarious.
He's obviously dead tired, but he's not dead. I just want to make sure that he doesn't have any wounds that need tending. Keep in mind, we can't really touch him. So this is going to be tricky.
Yeah, Karen, once you're like inside the house, now that you're inside the house, she'll more or less grab him and ignore the whole not touching him part as she just like opens up the blanket to see like you said he was tied to a tree, so she's like, oh no, someone like tortured him or something. So she's rather worried.
Right. Once the investigation is in play, she says, "I should explain. Um, he has contracted on one of his many side adventures. He has contracted a form of lycanthropy. Last night was one of his bad nights."
Oh, well. Given that he's laughing in his sleep, he does not seem too distressed. As she more or less, Karen like goes walking off into her house, but she's carrying Todak in her like back appendages. There's like a lobster claw and a big like octopus tentacle like wrapped around him.
We are a house of weirdos, and I love it.
Yes.
This
More or
is
less,
so fucked up.
yes. Karen gets like a wash tub out and just swaddles Todak back in the blanket and puts him in the wash tub. Then puts some water in the tub so he can soak up. He's dehydrated. This should help him.
Burble, burble.
Very good.
Burble, burble.
It's not that high. More or less like half filled, so more like a quarter for your size.
Perfect.
So he has a handler, somebody that is training him, and he gave me some silver chains for future use during his off nights. If I am somehow unavailable to do it, then while we're on the road, you're going to need to be aware. And we're going to have to talk to Alex as well.
The
about
most
this.
dangerous one out of all of us. I love it.
Yes. So somehow the horrible Eldritch Abomination
Oops.
is somehow even better off. Less dangerous, let's put that.
You're less dangerous. Your side effect is a pain in the ass, but it's my side effect and Alex's side effect sucks.
Yeah. If
It
they get
seriously sucks.
they have disadvantage on death saving throws now because their bodies now wish to return to the divine realm.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I'm just a fucking freight train of pain.
my
Yep.
disadvantages are more random. However, Karen loves it. She thinks it makes her so beautiful, being a horrible Eldritch Abomination.
I think Karen, Auntie Karen, and Todak in beast form are going to get along like a house on fire.
Yeah. I
Someone's got to stop it, but it's so awesome.
First things first. If did you get everything that you needed, Karen, this week?
There's some things I could probably still use. I'm a little hesitant to say why, but I'm looking at a pearl that could, if I had a pearl, I might be able to see things more clearly on those magical items we found earlier.
Oh, like a reagent, a regent, reagent.
It's a reagent.
She's not looking you in the eyes, but you do notice that her head's like bobbing up and down. She's nodding.
Can
Whoa.
Todak wake up at this point since he's now soaked in water and feeling relaxed?
I don't have a spell powerful enough to give you. Do I have a spell powerful enough to bring you back? Lesser restoration? I think it's lesser. Let's find out,
DM?
shall we?
DM, can I wake up yet?
No,
Yeah, you
lesser
can.
restoration.
You've gotten rest. You've
Okay, good.
gotten you've soaked in with some water. I'm assuming it's not been like the walk to get you there and from where you were tied up plus the walk to get you down to Karen's and probably about an hour worth of talking and stuff. You wake up. You're still kind of tired, but you're not exhausted.
Todak stretches in the tub, sits up and looks around. Todak has taken to sleepwalking.
No,
Not exactly.
Deathcare brought you.
Oh, good. Last thing Todak remembers was a tree, chains, and the chafing. By the powers, the chafing.
She pulls out the chains from her pouch.
Ah,
And
that's
she's
the
like,
one.
dingle, dingle, dingle.
Yeah. You stay over there. Todak jumps onto the other side of the tub and just stares at the chains with dislike.
She puts them away.
Yes, if this is going to be a habit, you might want to buy yourself a robe to make sure the chafing does not hurt you next time. And also, you may want to skip out on a bath the night of the full moon. Make yourself more tired.
Less poison. Reasonable. What is it
So-
that we are doing here discussing in town then?
Oh, actually, I came here to make sure that you were okay. I wasn't sure if you had injured yourself with your thrashing and slashing and bashing and all of that. So I wanted Auntie Karen to take a look at you. Turns out that you're okay. You're very durable. But while we were discussing this, I was talking to Karen about reagents. And it appears that she is looking at a pearl
A
for some
pearl?
sort of spell. Yeah.
Well, if Auntie Karen needs it, perhaps we should. How much is said pearl?
Last I've seen, 100 gold. I have 80, but
Then I
quite
shall
enough.
chip in the rest.
Or I will chip in 10 and you can keep 10 for yourself, Auntie Karen. I suspect that this will actually benefit us all in the end anyway.
Yes, I believe so.
Having an extra 10 gold on hand might actually come in handy. Sound good?
So, Todak is crapping out 10 gold coins or 20?
You do 20, I do 10, and Karen does 70.
Done.
Okay, and I am looking at Auntie Karen. What is your familiarity with the development of enchanted objects? Is that something that you can do?
She looks a little upset. Shakes her head no.
That's unfortunate. I mean, I can some of them. I'm just trying to decide whether or not there's one that might be useful for our toady friend here.
Todak is putting on his armor again.
I'll have to do some research. But anywho, you're okay there, Todak?
Todak feels tired, but amazing.
Oddly enough, so do I. It's been a long night. You howl a lot, by the way.
I howl.
Well, it's
Interesting.
kind of a froggy howl, more like a very, very loud croak.
That's what that was last night.
It's kind of terrifying. I won't lie.
You know, I was actually looking at it later on. I actually get something called the Hunter's Howl if I so choose it. And I'm just
Yeah.
thinking it's just going to be a large earth rumbling croak.
Blah. Yeah, I'm thinking out loud. I need to friggin' craft or have crafted an Iron Bands Bellaro. That'd be helpful. Just throw it at you whenever you start freaking out.
Which will be frequent.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't know if that would really work. According to this, you could probably break out of it after a while.
Probably.
I mean, it'd get him down enough so that way you could tie him up with silver.
Maybe some sort of cage, a silver cage. Portable, expanding silver cage.
That's gonna cost a lot of money for the magic you need for that.
Yeah, well, we're adventurers. Eventually, we're going to be friggin' mega rich, I hope.
I mean, Jesus Christ, we almost pulled off Mega Rich just in a month of hunting and medicing.
That's not really.
No.
That's not really rich.
Oh, okay, that's fair then.
That's good. I mean, we did really well, but keep in mind that potions, you can go through potions really friggin' quick,
Oh, easily.
and it costs 50 gold to buy one, 25 gold to make one. Well, 25 gold and a week's worth of work to make one. So you can piss through that friggin' money wicked fast. Assuming that you take the time to spend it. But anywho, anything else that you needed to do? Did you have more hunting that you need, or more downtime stuff that you needed to do?
Me? Like Todak?
Yeah.
I
Todak,
mean,
yeah.
I assume those 4 checks were the entire, month that we had out there? 2 months?
You have 2 months. You did a month.
Oh, I did a month.
Those 4 rolls are a month. You have 8 total rolls to do. Now, it doesn't have to be all hunting. It could be something else.
But Todak is pretty dumb. I mean, and we also said that we couldn't do any of the milestones for our thing, right? This is just us getting it.
Yes.
Okay. Then Todak's probably going to say, unless there's something pressing that all of you need his help with, he's going back to the woods.
I'm booked. So,
Karen?
I'm all right. Is there anything I could help you with?
Nope. It seems like we all have our list of things to do. So, best of luck. If you need me, you know how to find me. Todak
All right.
collects his stuff and starts hopping out the door.
Come back anytime you wish. I'm always happy to make you a meal.
Absolutely. I shall bring back best meats for the dinners.
stay in touch, Todak.
I'm assuming you're just
Like
going to
you
do a
can get
repeat.
rid of me so easily.
Assuming you're just doing a repeat of last month.
I mean, yeah, for Todak, definitely. It's just going to be 4 survival checks.
All right.
You could
give us a
also
roll.
do
Huh?
another one that you might consider is training.
Oh, yeah?
Um,
Training in what?
Let's see.
I think I saw someone
Given
share
enough,
something. Hold on a second here. Ken, you shared something, didn't you? Yeah, there it is.
given enough free time, it costs money, but you can learn a language or pick up a proficiency with a tool. So like carpenter tools or herbalism kits or yeah,
I guess a leather
sort of thing.
tanner? A leather maker's tool? Is that
Yeah.
something I could do?
Yep. That is. I do believe that's one of the tool sets.
So all the trophies that Todak has now he could turn into proper clothing.
Yes.
How long would I take to learn that?
Yes. How long would
I'm
that take?
looking it up.
Down here, just so I don't forget what it was.
Receiving training in a language or tool takes at least 10 work weeks. But this time is reduced. It is, well, no, you start it and then you work towards it. But this time is reduced by a number of work weeks equal to the character's intelligence modifier. So if you're dumb, it'll actually take longer.
So 7 work weeks.
Okay.
7
Todak
work
will
weeks
go out to the woods
and 20,
and how much gold?
25 gold per work week.
Oh,
So
no, I'm going
costs,
hunting.
yeah, it's an option. It doesn't necessarily say that it was the best option, but
Oh, it's a great
if
option.
there are
It really
skills,
is.
yeah.
But Todak is going
Um,
hunting for these next 4 weeks just to rebuild his coin purse. Not that he
Sounds good.
particularly cares, but so 4 stealth survival checks. Here we go. Any advantage? Probably
So-
not, eh?
Not this
No,
time, no.
unfortunately, I'm not there. So you have 1 over 21, so that's 26.9 on that one. The other ones are 1.9 apiece. Oh, wait. 1.9 for 2 of them, and 0.9 for one of them.
Not as good a hunting week, but Todak is still pleased.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
well, you didn't have you didn't have a dusk with you, so
Dusk is lucky.
just
I'm assuming at the next full moon, Dusk is hunting for Todak.
yes,
Todak.
she will
Todak
be
probably
there
has
to
a
make
face
sure
on
that
him by this point.
Auntie Karen will aid as well.
Oh, good. Everybody gets to come and see this.
Hey, Finger Mo, how you doing? Okay, so the full moon, the night of the full moon approaches, and Todak, when you see your two friends walking towards you, one holding a length of silver chain, what are you going to do?
I have a question.
Yes,
I have a question.
go ahead.
Is transformation, is it a saving throw, or a skill check, or what in order to resist or his crazy?
DC 20 wisdom save.
Yeah, and that's only if you're
Okay,
not
all right.
transformed when the full moon hits you.
Yeah.
All right,
Let me just see
so
here real quick.
If you are transformed, it's automatic failure.
Yeah. And as soon as the moon hits my skin, I technically have to make the transformation check.
The DC 20 if
What-
you're not transformed.
what happens if he's not actually, if the moon doesn't touch his skin?
Then he doesn't have to worry about it. But if he's outside, which he is,
It's safe to say that with the swaying of trees and what have you, I will eventually get hit by the moon's beams unless you decide to bury me somewhere.
I have a tent.
yeah, I mean, still
Yeah,
a
and
great idea to tie him up.
I was going to use bless, but unfortunately it only lasts for a minute. So the
Bible
timing
stuff,
would
eh?
be
Have
almost
fun with that.
impossible,
I had a 5-hour trip
which
yesterday.
would have given you a plus 1d4 to your
$320
saving throw.
trip, but it was 5 hours.
I think if you had the resistance cantrip, it would be similar.
Finger Mo says, "Get an umbrella, brah. Think ahead."
Like, are we actually going to say that the light of the moon is what does it, not just the presence of the moon?
The light of the moon itself will.
It's light.
Yeah, it's the light. The presence is. Think Ozaru.
Ozaru.
Okay, well,
Don't say it like that, you weeb fuck.
I do have Leomin's tiny hut to protect Karen and I. I also have hold person if things
I
get out
picked
of
him up at the
hand,
QE2 and I
we
took him
will
to
use
Port
the
Royal.
chains and whatnot in order to lock you up and hope that they hold. Not
It is
that I
best to
expect that they won't hold, but it's best to stack the deck.
That's fair.
Halifax.
Todak will probably have to transform because being a small creature and being tied up and then transforming into the larger form is going to be dangerous. More
Yeah.
so.
Don't save Karen, let the manager deal with her.
Mm.
What?
Finger Mo said it. Don't save Karen, let the manager deal with her.
Okay. So Aunt Karen is going to get to see the transformation done right in front of her.
And how does Karen react?
Oh, interesting.
With fascination, of course.
Fucking fascination.
Interesting. She pulls out a pen, a quill, and she starts writing shit down.
I have to wonder if the poison in this form might be more potent.
You probably wouldn't have it anymore.
Not in
You
this form,
literally
no.
change out of one form into another.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Todak eventually grabs a tree that looks relatively sturdy and stands his back to it.
Get to tying him up, boys!
All right. Do you want me to make a athletics check?
You don't have to. They're chains. They lock. They're manacles. They just lock.
Oh no, it's seriously like a length of chain. Like if you manage to swing it right, you could use it as a whip, but it's just like 50 feet of silver chain.
That's an expensive ass chain.
I wrote manacles on my thing, so I'll just change that to silver chain.
But yeah, no, I took him from the QE2, then the Halifax
So
hospital
using stuff like
to Port
pythons
Royal.
and other chain and rope will be required to keep me down. However, I don't have the silver vulnerability yet. That isn't until after the first step.
No, but it is. It's more for the roleplay thing, so you don't go berserk and you're less likely to break through it because you're not vulnerable to it, but it is a deterrent.
Okay.
I also have a net. Hey, I got all sorts of things.
Annette, she a good person?
Is she a good person? Yes, she is a good. Well, no, she's neutral. She's straight up neutral.
Somebody got it.
So what's going on here?
Check.
Let's see. So did somebody buy pythons?
They come in climbers kits mostly.
I don't have. Oh wait, I do have an explorer's kit. I don't have a climbing kit.
Okay, Karen's gonna buy a set of iron spikes.
And also, I'm buying the spikes. I only buy 10, not 20. And I also buy a bag of ball bearings. Well, yeah. Bag of 1,000 ball bearings. So that's 2 gold for 10 spikes and 1,000 ball bearings.
Just hammer those in there.
Yep, I'll hammer the spikes into the tree.
Good thing none of us are wood elves.
Hmm.
You do know that when she hammers the spikes into the tree, she like raises her hand into a fist, and it just like calcifies into like this hardened bone, and she just starts punching at the tree.
That's pretty friggin' useful.
She's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, kinda.
Yes.
Hmm.
All right.
Hemp and rope. So what do we need? Do we need rolls on our side or what?
No.
Let's
Since
make this
you,
too difficult because
I was gonna say, since Karen decided to get iron spikes to put into the tree so you can secure the chain. You don't need to do any checks or anything, so you don't need to tie anything. They're in there pretty secure, especially because there's a few of them. And the moon starts to peek out, and Todak, you
Karen, get
fade
in
to
here.
black. However, you guys see Todak start to thrash against the chains. And the loud croaks, near deafening from where you are.
I almost want to just test the saving throw just to see.
I mean, you absolutely can.
Nope.
And for the record, Ken, I don't actually have the cantrip that would allow me to give him a bonus.
I thought so.
I took guidance instead. Foolish me.
No,
This is
it's
great.
generally better.
I mean, you're a cleric, right? Can't you just swap it out for the days?
Not when it comes to cantrips. Cantrips you
Oh.
choose and they're permanent.
Oh.
Right, well, we did run a little late, so we'll wrap this up here and finishing everything up for the next session and start the next chapter of the campaign.
Okay, good stuff.
Oh,
I've also
yeah,
gotta
it
get
is
some
late.
rest,
I need to
'cause,
sleep.
Yeah,
Yep,
I did
could
too.
use a nap. Alrighty, guys.
Good game,
Take care.
guys, and remember,
That was
this
fun.
Wednesday, 12-hour stream starting from 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 4 a.m. Bits
I keep
will
forgetting about that.
Bits will affect the outcome of the games, as does subscriptions. And for those watching right now, this is going to be the first official announcement. For it, there are going to be prizes. Everybody who is subscribed up until we get to a certain amount will be the official start of the draw for a $25 gift card of your choice, and the top bit donator will also win a gift card as well.
Of a smaller denomination, if I remember correctly, but yes, still a prize.
Yep.
Good luck, people.
Gonna need it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Alright,
good game,
guys. I'll
guys,
catch you later.
and have yourselves a good night. Wish me luck tonight.
Good luck, man. That was
Good game,
fun.
everyone.
Thanks,
Have a
man.
nice day and stay safe.
Later.
Yep.